So moving right on to the graveyard shift articles. This is the same articles where I got my wife's intuition to see things, feel things, or whatnot through the spirit world or through the porthole world. Not even just necessarily the spirit world, but of somebody dying. Not only did I relate with another story in here, seen in a dream. That was from my. I mean, even I had something similar to that. Um. Oh, the musk smell was in here for me. Something I friggin' encountered. And now this. I think there's a couple more in here I gotta go through, but this one, like I say, I wish they had a town. And I don't know if anybody's ever gonna that wrote this or heard it or whatnot contact me or whatnot, but this, I mean, town, people, name of a street, doesn't have to be the damn number of the house or nothing, just a town, a street, a county, so I can look up this goddamn area for, of course, purposes of, so I can scope the land and find out who lived there. But another downfall and another letdown. But this, of course, to me, I'm going with, once again, Skinwalker. So, spending the night when I was in middle school, a friend was expected we stay up at all hours of the night. What kid didn't? Didn't matter most of the time, except the bathroom was right near his parents' room. About the only time we get in trouble was when someone would wake them up when nature called. So someone would go take a leak. And you talk about just trying to go get a leak and your parents... But, anyways, to avoid this, they would go outside through the basement. So they're all sleeping in the basement. And took a leak outside. And then, as teens would, and sometimes they'd stay up. They'd leave the door unlocked in the basement, and, sometimes they'd go wander. Compounded by the fact that we all wander and find something to do in the woods on a regular basis. This night, though, the friend's older brother was home and kept banging on the basement door and ringing up chaos from above. Now, I stop here because I don't really get this. Because if the older brother can rightfully come downstairs from the goddamn... Now, this basement sounds like it don't even have a friggin', doorway, stairway from upstairs. And that's just ludicrous if you ask me, but I don't get it. Either don't have a friggin' some basements don't even have a friggin' outlet in the basement. Like here I am in my basement. I got a staircase right there and a door. Some basements ain't even got that. Bulkheads. And now that this one is, I ain't never heard of a basement not having an outlet from upstairs. So, I don't know, it's just really strange, but the basement door, banging on the basement door. We decided to lock the door just to deter him. Not that it all really would have kept him out, But at least it have used to the key, and that took the banging and fun out of it. So I mean, that's just what the weird, because a basement without no inlet and it's outside is just, I don't know. To me, that's just strange. And like I say, I'd love to know where the hell this is. But moving on. About midnight, we heard the handle jiggle and didn't think much of it, figuring it was his brother. After about 5 minutes of off-on handle fondling, my vocabulary has decided to non-function at a high level today. What the hell? We finally hit the door and yelled for him to stop. Quiet! No response. No more clattering of the handle. Great. We can move on, right? About 10 minutes later, it started again, and the process repeated. And this went on for about 2 hours until finally, after telling him to stop, we just said screw it and ignored it. He continued for about 30 minutes after our last attempt for him to stop and just gave up. Well, fast forward to about 9 a.m. We were just stirring, and one of my mates at, I want to say friggin' Australia, but one of my mates had to go to the bathroom. If you ever had a sleepover like that, there are bodies strewn wherever there is space, and once the first person starts waking up around, kinds of stirs the nest. Well, of course, you're sleeping all night not peeing. I don't know why he had to put all that in, but we all started stretching and making our way to relieve ourselves of all the soda we'd been binged on the night before. As I walk outside, I grabbed the door handle to close it behind me and noticed it felt rough. After looking at it, I saw that the space around the keyhole was all but destroyed. Now, claws and spirits do hang around the door if they're, and they wait for you to open it, to let themselves in. Why don't they pass through it is beyond me. But I have heard this before, and they are lucky that they did not open the door, whether it be an evil spirit or a skinwalker. There were giant scratch marks on every surface, and the metal guides were bent and screwed. As I asked my friend that lived there what had happened, and he said it was the first he noticed it, not really wanting to get blamed for something his brother did. We went upstairs and told his parents about the night before. After his dad went down to see what we were talking about, he went completely white and ran upstairs to call the cops. Eventually, someone had been trying to force the lock open while we were all inside. It's actually happened to me more than once on different occasions. What completely freaks me out about this time was this person knew we were in there and that we knew someone was trying to get in. Even so, he repeatedly tried to force his way inside. God knows what sort of person that was. To me, with claws, there's only two things. Of course, one of them I already think of what it is. This person either was in the land and mixed of Native Americans, or they had an evil spirit follow them. But speaking of woods and stuff, I will definitely go with the Skinwalker. And I love when these stories come up like this, because it always can prove my theory that these things can travel anywhere. These things are, can do damage and make you sit there and wonder what the hell's really going on. But whatever the case may be, whether that land was disturbed or that house was built on that land and it's been there racing, haunting the area for the friggin', as you can see, the kid said that it happened before, but I'm saying that it happened before because I think the damn thing was following him. So whatever the case may be. But once again, like I said, I love it when these stories come up. Till next one, be safe, take care, out.